Alright gang, welcome back to our Farm Maze Challenge here on Riverbend Springs. The next stage of the construction is ready to go. It does require more wood. Now specifically it requires the beams and the planks long. So we'll go ahead and bring the planks long. Bring the planks long. There we go. Over here to the construction. The other beams, I don't think we're quite where we need to be at yet to get the beams, but that's okay. Got a nice little ground there, as you can see from the cement. Perfect. So we just need to get the wood beams in there for that next stage. And I think we're quite a ways away. I'm just going to leave this here for a quick second when we go look at this. I think we still have another 400 liters or so that has to be made. A little more than that. Almost five. Well, little more than 500 liters of wood beams still have to be created. So, we're still making tons of planks and planks long, and that's fine, but I think what I'm going to do to try to speed it up a little bit is we are going to deactivate the other two. So the only thing I can make right now are wood beams, even though it's going to take a while to make them anyway. We're just going to have all of our focus on that. Now it is June now. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're doing well. We've got a couple of things to do today. Both of our other fields, I say our other fields, the one field that we took half of it and made it into an actual field, and the other half just is storing some wood for us right now. But both of those smaller fields are ready to harvest today. Now, we also have to do some second applications for, it's going to be for this field here and for this field. So we've got a lot of things really to do today. Kind of more of a maintenance type of day, though, right? We're just going to be doing some more of the actual stuff we have to do, which is harvesting, re-drilling, fertilizing, etc., right? Depending on where we get to. Now, I have $37,000. I'm actually going to go ahead and service this tractor here. It's about halfway to needing a service, so we might as well go ahead and do it now, save ourselves a few bucks. I do know if you do it earlier on, it will be cheaper. As is the case in point there for 2,000 bucks. Almost 3,000 bucks. So, I think what we're going to do is I'm going to get the harvester out. And we'll begin working on that, but I'll probably put a worker on it for the initial portion of doing the harvest. And I will do the fertilizing at the same time that the worker's doing the harvest. Now, I'm not sure the worker will get a field done in the time it takes us to do the fertilizing. As a matter of fact, I'm almost positive they won't. But they can at least get started on it, right? And then we can take over from there. Alright, gang, we are underway. You may have noticed I went off camera for a second. Well, you did notice. I didn't have the right header on. I just realized it as I started coming down here, so I turned back around real quick, put it on there. We got back down here. We're okay. We got it all sorted out. It's fine. So let's go ahead and put a worker on it now that we got a bit of a head start here. So we'll do, 2 headland passes are fine. Start with the headland, good. We'll throw the worker on, and they should, as long as everything's set up properly, the GPS, they should begin here in just a second. Perfect, they're going. Okay, so let's hook up the fertilizer here. The fertilizer spreader, I should say. So we can do that second application. Now, I could sell some of those pallets, right, of wood, those planks of wood, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to leave them there for a little bit longer. I think I might have mentioned that last episode, but I'm going to mention it again just in case I didn't. I'm going to leave them there for a little bit longer because, as we just saw, right, I expected the construction project to require some more wood, so might as well just store them. And if we absolutely have to have them or we really need them for whatever reason, right, to sell them, then we have them there. But for now, until we're done with that construction project, I might as well just store them. Since we really don't need any kind of crazy money right now anyway. I mean, selling those are not going to get us to a point where we can buy another field. So. Trying to see, here it is. I was trying to see where the line was. It shouldn't be a very big one, but All right, that field should be done. So we'll head down, do the other field, and then we'll take a look and see how the worker is doing on that sunflower field. Now, I don't know if sunflowers are going to be best to sell right now or not. I would expect them not to be. Let's do a quick save, and we'll find out, I guess. Let's see, sunflowers. No, they're not great. Now, we don't have a silo. That's something we could potentially do today. Maybe we put down a silo today so we can start storing some of our crops and not just selling them outright every single time. We'll see, right? We'll see. Would take up a good chunk of our money if we did that, but probably worth it, right? Probably worth it to save a little bit of money. I mean, those are pretty vast fluctuations there. 3642 is the best average. We're about 1,000-ish off, a little less than that at the oil mill. So I'm not really necessarily sure if I want to sell that for $1,000 less, if that makes sense. I think I'd prefer to hold on to it, save a little bit of money. Granted, you know, the silo is not cheap by any means, so that is going to cost us a significant amount. The nice thing about this field is that our fertilizer spreader is wide enough that we don't have to do a whole lot. We're just run right down the middle of it, pretty much, and we're going to hit it all. So we don't have to do multiple passes or trips or anything like that. Now I'm going to have to get the weeder out. There are a couple of weeds. There's not many, but there's a couple. So we need to probably take care of those as well, if we can. I don't know if it'll get all of them or not, but if we can at least get some of them, that'll help us in the long run with our yield, right? So we'll go ahead and do that too while the worker's harvesting. And here's the other field I was talking about. Excuse me, gang. I gotta clear my throat. Here's the other field I was talking about. The sorghum field here is ready to harvest, so we can go ahead and top off our chicken coop, right? The storage in the chicken coop, and go ahead and top that off with the sorghum there. Sorghum is best. Not really now either. So I think that's just another reason why we should throw a silo in. Now, what silo are we going to put in? I don't know. We've got some options to choose from. We really do. I did download a few mods that are silo-based. But they're still not, they're not cheap by any means. So it's going to take a good chunk of our change away when we put the silo down. So it's just a matter of where we decide we want to put it at next, right? And I don't really have an answer to that. I don't know where I want to put it. But before we do that, let's get the weeder out, or the hoe, whatever it is. See if we can clear out a couple of those weeds. It looks like it's taken pretty much all of them out of here, so that's really good. That's what we wanted to see. Just going to go back over most of the area here a second time, just to be safe that we really pulled them all out of there. Right, I think we're good there. So let's head down to the other one. Again, that one had a small amount, but we'll take care of that one as well. A little bit more on this one that I didn't notice back here on this end, so we're going to try to grab these two really quick. It's going to take me a little bit to weave and bob around this area. They were kind of hard to notice because of the tree, I think, more than anything. The shadow of the tree was kind of covering up the weeds there to an extent. One right here. Don't know if we got it out or not, but it's alright. If we did, great. If we didn't, oh well. All right, one more pass down the middle here, and pretty much I think we got everything at that point. Might be a few other tiny little spots that maybe potentially we've missed, but I'm not going to probably worry about those too much. Actually, I see a big line of them coming up here. So let's just head down this path here. You can kind of see them now coming into view here. See them right down the middle here? Yep, we're pulling those out of there. Alright, I think we're done. So let's fold this up. I'm going to take this back. I'll put this away. I'll go get the lizard truck that has the bin for us to store some crop into it, or well, unload crop into it, I guess I should say. We'll head back down to the harvester where the workers working on and see how they're doing. They should be pretty close, I would think, to being done now. Yeah, they're real close. So let's head down that way. Alright, we're down here. The worker's pretty much done here, gang, so... Worker's going to turn that off. We're going to turn back on so we can unload it. Now, while that's happening, let's get the tractor here hooked up to the drill. We can bring the drill back down here then and get that going. Now, we might need some seed and fertilizer here. I don't really remember how much is left in here. I know we did a lot of drilling in the last episode, but yeah, there's not really probably enough in there for us. So I'm actually going to hold on to it here for just a second, and I'll show you why. All right, so that's done. I'll take the harvester over to the other field here in just a second. Let's drive back up here to the yard here. And we'll look and see about putting down a silo and probably a buying silo as well. So we actually now have access on ModHub to buying silos. And what that basically means is I don't have to go all the way to the store to pick up bags of fertilizer, seeds, whatever it may be we need. We can buy it just directly from a silo. So I think we're going to put that down. That'll probably be put down on all the series at some point. Money constraint considering, right? But we'll probably be putting that down on every series just to help us out. Unless, obviously, a series is very close to the shop, then obviously there's no point to do that. But you get what I mean. Okay, so let's turn this off. I'm going to turn this off, too, just so we don't have to hear the engines running and wasting gas. So where do we want to put these things at here, gang? Well, first of all, let's do a quick save here, just in case something drastic happens and the game crashes and breaks on me. I don't want it to do all that over again. So... first, let's look at the silos, because if we can't afford the buying silo, if we're going to put down a silo here, right, we might not be able to. So we got to kind of keep an eye on that. So, 20,000 liters, 30,000 liters. It's not a very big silo by any means, but area's restricted. I don't know where I want to. I mean, 30,000 liters I think is probably going to be... well, it might not be, actually. Because if we're storing anything from the big field here, or the big fields, I should say, I don't know if that's enough. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe it is. But it doesn't really feel like it is, though, sometimes. That's 8 million. That's insane. These are 30 grand. So this would take up everything we have if we did these. This is like one where you could hook it up to the edge of like a building or something to make it act like that building is your storage. Maybe that's the way to go. I mean, that's super unrealistic there. 10 million. It's a little bit less, maybe, but it's still pretty unrealistic, I think. I think that might be the path we have to go with here, though, gang. It's the $5,000 one. I think That's just a grain silo. This is a multi-fruit, which is probably really what we want more than anything, so we can store pretty much everything in it, right? I mean, grain's probably sufficient, honestly, the more I think about it. So maybe that's the one we go with. But if we do that, we've got to find a building to put down to make it look, you know, like it's meant to be there. I don't remember what the buying silo was under. It's here. It's a container, I think. Yeah. $60% off the market price. That's too unrealistic for me. 10% is fine. I think that's sufficient. This should have everything we need. So 2,500. So we should be able to do everything I want to do here without really any major issues. It's just a matter of where we want to put them now, and then finding some kind of building, if we can find anything, that we can utilize as a storage. I mean, we've got this already over there. Or no, we don't. No, we don't. We didn't put it down. I'm sorry. I thought we put this in here. I think we were considering doing it. We didn't. I don't think we could make it look realistic with that, unfortunately. I still think that one won't really look realistic either. Let me think about this a little bit more here, gang. Let me see if I can come up with anything for us. Alright, gang, these are the two I've decided to go with. I think it works out really well, actually. I found this decoration silo that has sunflowers on it. I think it actually was on this area that we were currently in originally to begin with, but we're going to utilize it as a true silo by hooking in our mod to it, which I think works out really well. I think it looks good. So we're going to roll with that, and then I bought this lizard buying silo, which is fantastic as well. So both of those are going to be great for us. I put it here on the main entryway road. I think it makes sense there. We'll probably do a little bit of work around this area, kind of making it all more of a dirt track or whatever we decide to do, right? Because we're going to be driving on this area a lot, so that grass really wouldn't be there, right? It would be kind of destroyed from us driving over it so many times. So, first things first, we probably have to unfold this thing, I think, because the cedar's on the back, so to get those open, I think I have to unfold it. Yeah, you have to unfold it. That's what I kind of figured. So we should be able to open this up, and we should be able to fill this up with both fertilizer and seed, as long as this is the correct thing. So let's do the fertilizer first. Cost us... Why'd that cost us so much dang money? Whoa. That cost a lot of money. Well, I mean, I guess it does hold a ton of fertilizer, so I guess that makes sense, but maybe I didn't need that much fertilizer. It's not even maybe. We didn't need that much fertilizer, but... Well, we've got it now, I guess. There's nothing I can do about it now. We spent all of our money filling up the fertilizer. That's all right. We can always take the fertilizer out of this, right, and fill up our fertilizer spreader, which we probably will be doing sooner rather than later. Especially if we decide to do some more contracts that are fertilizing, right? Those fertilizing contracts make us a decent chunk of change. Which today we probably won't do any, but we can go ahead and take a look and see if there's anything specifically out there. It looks like it's all harvesting. Yeah, there's no fertilizing out there. I didn't think there would be. So I'm going to have a worker begin on this down here, and we're going to take the harvester to the sorghum field, and we're going to harvest that up. And obviously I'm going to dump the sunflowers into our little silo there as well. So, AI worker, work the headwinds on, start with the up and down, that's fine, boom. I'll put corn in here. I'm happy to put corn in here, so let's put corn in there. I'm going to fold this up just so I don't run into stuff and damage it. Alright, good, the worker's on their way. I will meet you at the sorghum field. All right, the field's all harvested up, so we're pulling back up here, gang. We'll unload what's in our actual, well, our truck trailer, however you want to call it. Our truck, I guess. We'll unload what's in that, and then we can unload the sorghum into there as well. So, into the silo, excuse me, as well. Perfect. This is going to work out well, man. I like where we put it at, too. I think it's going to work really well there, too, while we're at it. Let's see if we can do a little bit of paint work here to try to clean this up a little bit. Let's see. Why do I keep moving? Here we go. I don't know what to put in here. I mean, it's like dirt more than anything, right? I have the mod that allows me to do these as well, but it doesn't really make sense, I think, for what we're trying to accomplish here. I don't think it makes sense, at least. Restricted area. I mean, as long as I do it close enough, I'm gonna be fine with it, right? I mean, that kind of matches with what's over here, so we're gonna go with it. And it doesn't need to be perfect. For whatever reason, that little spot right there is restricted. I don't know why, but okay, whatever. Right. I think that's good enough for now. It's probably going to expand out into here, but I still don't know exactly what I want to put here yet. It could be our farmhouse whenever we moved it. Remember, we talked about what we talked a long time ago about eventually moving this and getting an actual farmhouse. That's still a ways away, honestly. This will probably end up turning into a car park here. Probably some of this over here will be a car park as well, and then probably our hay maze that I've been talking about doing, or hay bale maze, is somewhere in this vicinity, and this is kind of the main exit. That's what I'm envisioning right now. Could obviously change, but that's what I'm envisioning, excuse me. So I probably could take the harvester over there, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and unload it into this. Oh, don't run into stuff, Z, while you're talking. I'm just going to unload it into this for now. Worker's almost done with the other field, which is fantastic, because we can jump over here and start working on that sorghum field as well. Now, I think what we're going to do is put sorghum in again on the field that we just harvested, that smaller section there. Until we're done with all the wood there, I think I'm just going to continue to put sorghum in there, because that will allow us to constantly have something for the chickens. Let's fold that back up. We can just back this up. Put it in its spot. At least its spot for now. We probably need to get another shed at some point. Honestly, a bigger one that can hold probably the harvester, I would think. But we wasted all of our money on solid fertilizer. So, ooh, actually, you know what? Let's just top off the chickens here really quick. I think I talked about that in the last episode, that I would top off the chickens with this. So, let's do that. Alright, nice. Perfect. So, we've got 5,152 liters of sunflowers and 4,895 liters of sorghum in there. That's good. That's fantastic. When the time comes, that'll be some nice little money for us, a nice little profit for us. Okay. So I'm going to go put this away. We'll go jump over to the worker, which they should be getting close to finishing that drilling if they're not already done. It may have popped up when we were doing all of that and I missed it. Very well could have. They've got one little tiny spot here. I'm just going to take over and do it myself. Okay. That field is all done. And we used basically no fertilizer at all. So we definitely spent a lot of money on fertilizer that we probably won't really need. Well, we do need it, but we didn't really need to spend that kind of money right now, I guess is what I was trying to get at. That's okay. That's all right. It is what it is. It's too late now. So let's head over to the sorghum field here. We'll get the sorghum. Ooh, I already went past it. We'll get the sorghum out here. We'll replant it. All right, and we are underway here, gang. I'm doing it a little bit untraditionally. I'm going around the old-fashioned way on the outskirts first and in the middle, but that's all right. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. So still a decent amount of trees to get out. We still have a bunch of those trees over there that we haven't even pulled out yet. We probably should work on that, but right now we only have one tractor, right? So the drilling is a little bit more important right now. I certainly want to get rid of all of those trees whenever I can, but the fields are what's going to make us big money. I mean, I can go sell these pieces of wood, right? But oh, they're stuck on the ground. Wonderful. Maybe. I thought I got them out. Maybe I didn't, because they're going all over the place, so I probably didn't, but that guy's out for sure. This guy, I think, is still kind of stuck on the ground, though. Nope, we got him out. Okay. I stand corrected. Okay, well, there you go. I was wrong. Hopefully your weekend has been nice. This should be coming out on Sunday, I believe, if I got my dates right. So hopefully you had a good weekend. Did have my... well, by the time you're watching this, I would have had my grandma's service the day before. So on Saturday, I would have had my grandma's service. So hopefully, I'm hoping that goes all well, right, as you would expect and you would want, right, as well as it can be, I guess. But yeah, we'll carry on here, gang. I'm going to get the rest of this done, and we'll leave the episode at that point. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you smashed the like and the subscribe button, especially if you're new there, for that subscribe button at least. Turn on the notification bells, all that good stuff. Check my other channel out. Links in the description down below. If you're interested in other games besides Farming Simulator, I do other game playthroughs on that channel. Some challenges from time to time. I haven't done a challenge on there in a while. I probably should get back to it. But I've been kind of in the mood to play some playthroughs of some recent games that have come out in the last bit. Some of them are a little bit older than that, I guess, last year or so. But anyway, check that out if you're interested. Thanks so much for your continued support, for watching, all of that. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Happy New Year, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'll see you all. Oh, there's more videos in the corners, too. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next episode.